And yes, the books themselves are now shelves, and we go about the days the same from far away, listening through walls and closed doors while trying not to, shifting through the humidity in each other's most recent baths, a ghost thing, the mist of those walks to dark toilets, over and over. Baths are locations, the only ones in our view, with no lumps to be found in our throats from what we cannot fully tell yet. I cannot look through the window without the cloud of imagined other windows clouding still other windows, but I guess he is considering a glass doorknob contentiously as it reflects his palm back to him, anticipating his action, and it reminds him. Cat pumps the bed, I pump the hours, resembling sleep but achieve nothing of the sort. It could be this forever. I'm remembering classes I took and classes I thought about taking, and I think about the language of distress and the ringing silence that does it all so plainly. What has been said is said again, the balking of performance now, but still I'm convinced of pacing, a morning thing we do so well so often. Anticipating the inconsolable, and it is, darling, the sweat that gathers in my lonely palm, which clutches branches ravenously in the sun. It could be a lone ache gaining ground. I'm ashamed, this segment of sad, rampant grievance, I cannot tell the end. Waltzing shadow with my particular breasts, sniffs a flower, all black and white, and fragrance makes the time up for us, all scattered. No thing could organize the room. I wonder about motivation and a butter knife, squinting into infernal noonday sun or whatever eternal mirror of never grasping it is. I go on a run to catch the thing that wanders with me, away from me, and all sound is inconsistent, baffling, and crude. Wind in me, slurping my curls, but not enough to keep me from falling, ever so slow, impish, undecided. Decidedly, I see myself ever so here. Cheeky key, it was in my mouth, retrieval simple when left to itself. My reflection follows like moon-shined extensions, yet I can forget the moon. It doesn't exist, never did, never will. In the afternoon I sit long-standing, confounded with self. She surveys that room as it surveys her, questionful, bleary-eyed. The room needs her eyes to see her, and she needs her eyes to see it, and with the entrance of mirror see the mirror, herself in it, and the eye of God, which too is her own. Fireplace trumpets out announcements of arrivals of others and selves and others and objects. Arguably, this discord is a feathered-out ringing. Splintered her realization of afternoon and sidewalk, below which is always there but not seen, like an unruly child, smiles between the cracks of scenes she plays for herself and the audience of herself. Direction of you, recipient of the you in a memory, shifts. I am consoling the fact of that. To you, ever you, bathtub slides me down, water keeps me in place. All the while it is nothing. I haven't kept in mind before the letting go I will avoid. Do not let go or fear the forgetting, the fear of the disconcerted second of ice cream, the cell wall crumbling. I collect no light as I should. Keep the old man wondering, rolling the hills do nothing but blankly bulk, and we love them for it, and they love what we love, our portraits of them. They've told the man so, and so the man tells us so, but not credible. He tells us so, so we nod and nod and nod. The hills nod and nod and nod. Darting, as on blouse or skirt-ing around the issue, of the darts on the wall in the bar that one time the baseball team we wanted to do well was doing well, or when we were doing well and talking so much about how we were doing well until we weren't well, and while were about done and wouldn't be done until we were done. Then gone, nicely gone, how gone it goes, unprecedented. Please eat my ass and say thank you. I've gotten the hang of this lot. I am a lot. A lot is a lot, neat and clean, pastoral even. I mow the lawn of my cheeks, grin and dimple. You insinuate something about class, but I lost it, and there, going gone, I have it. Vegetable in the vegetation, a little banquet of a year that won't last long, tendril straightened against the back of the wall, or your request which I cannot fill, so I fill the chest of me with something new to find, in a future I hope is nearby, but may only be listening impatiently for me to enter it, now and forever, so as to get it over and done with. Please and thank you. My guest has always been me, has always been right in one way and not another. Delicious the stickiness of floor where pear juice dried while meaning to be poured into a cup. Plops of more than reckoned for. I gave a moment to the decade without meaning to, and look, it slides. But left a bit on the wood underfoot. Resistance could be anything, the soul of the soul, most tender part, punctured if I meant to understand it so. Could you, me for a moment, could I, you for a while? The sand of the pear granules, together and smooth somehow, ways we congeal sweetly. Can I have a word with the world of you later? So now I can imagine we tend to tend another tenderly when able, your arms along mine. It is a trying thing. I try not to fix the way my foot won't leave the floor, or the way you made it so, the conditions of more thoughts of you, for more fruit, whole and without a notion of falling still. Impertinent question, sitting flat in a yawn. I am in earnest, in the yarn split-second thought of yesterday's yesterday. That one doesn't belong here with me. Now it is crouching over my bed, insinuating a floor above me, like every moment a layer of dream to get lost. Don't get lost. It gets tough to find a sea when you close your eyes to it.